Sarcomas are a group of diseases. They represent about 100 different types of cancer, and they're collectively very uncommon. So they represent about 15,000 new cases of cancer sarcomas per year in the United States. And again, there's many different subtypes within that 15,000. Today, I just want to talk a couple minutes about gastrointestinal stromal tumor, also called GIST. Here at Dana-Farber, we have a very long history of drug development and changes of the standard of care through our leadership in clinical trials in GIST. And this past year has been no exception to that. Two new drugs, combinations of drugs, are making really significant potential impacts on the treatment of GIST. One is the combination of two drugs, sunitinib and a drug called bezuclastinib. Using those two drugs together, my colleague, Dr. Andrew Wagner, presented at this year's ASCO annual meeting results from a pivotal phase 3 clinical trial evaluating this combination in comparison with the current standard of care drug called Sutent in second-line GIST. What we learned is that the combination of Sutent and bezuclastinib led to significantly improved outcomes for patients who were randomized to that doublet. And therefore, that combination is really poised to potentially change the standard of care in GIST. We also have been very involved in the development of a second compound called velzatinib, previously known as IDRX-42. This is a drug that's also showing significant promise in advanced gastrointestinal stromal tumor. And this has been shown not only in the later lines, but has been showing really promising data in the first line setting for patients with metastatic disease, as well as in second line setting. Data from an early study called Strategist 1, again, was presented at ASCO, showing very promising outcomes for patients. And we're looking forward to continuing to participate in the randomized studies with this compound in larger settings to see if those preliminary data translate into more durable responses for patients with GIST. And lastly, I want to talk briefly about a unique subtype of GIST called SDH deficient GIST. SDH deficient GIST is unique because it's not driven by KIT, and it occurs primarily in younger people. And based on some scientific work from the Dana-Farber Basic Science Labs here under the leadership of Dr. Bradley Bernstein, our scientists identified FGFR as a potential relevant target in this subtype of GIST. We then went on to run a multi-center phase 2 trial that showed significant responses, actually the highest reported response rates in this disease type to date, with over 40% of patients seeing tumor shrinkage. We're now going on to do a second study to try to confirm these findings with a second FGFR inhibitor, and are very excited to be leading that together with colleagues across the country to see if we can bring new treatment options to patients with this unique subtype in GIST.